The recent Supreme Court ruling on the leadership crisis within the African Democratic Congress, ADC, is being widely celebrated in some quarters, but a closer, more careful reading suggests caution, not comfort. Yes, the court set aside the appeal court's decision and recognized the David Mark Aregbesala leadership, for now. But beyond that surface victory lies a more complicated reality. Out of multiple issues presented before the court, the substantive leadership dispute was not conclusively resolved. Instead, it was pushed back to the lower court for proper determination. That is not a final victory. It is, at best, a temporary reprieve. What this means in practical terms is simple: the ADC leadership question remains legally unsettled. And in Nigerian politics, unresolved legal battles, especially those touching party structure, can become fatal close to election timelines. This is where strategy matters. If the party becomes entangled in prolonged litigation, it risks running out of time to properly organize, nominate candidates, and meet electoral requirements. Whether by design or coincidence, that kind of delay has historically weakened opposition parties at critical moments. Peter Obi. This is not a moment for emotional loyalty, it is a moment for cold political calculation. You must ask: is the ADC structurally and legally stable enough to carry a presidential ambition to the ballot? Can it survive prolonged legal uncertainty without being disqualified or weakened? Do you have a clear fallback if this path collapses late in the process? Timing is everything in politics. Knowing when to stay and fight is important, but knowing when to step away and reposition is even more critical. The political environment ahead of 2027 will not be forgiving. The ruling party will deploy every legal, institutional, and strategic advantage available to maintain power. That is not speculation, that is the nature of high-stakes politics everywhere. So the real question is not whether you are right. The real question is whether you are prepared. Move with caution. Build contingencies. Avoid being trapped in a structure that may not withstand pressure when it matters most. Because in the end, elections are not won by intention, they are won by preparation, structure, and timing. And in Nigerian politics, delay can be deadly. Because elections don't wait for court cases. If this drags on long enough, ADC could find itself trapped, confused, and unprepared when it matters most. Now here's the uncomfortable question. Is this just legal procedure? Or a strategic delay that weakens the opposition? Because whether intentional or not, this kind of situation has one outcome: a party that is too distracted to fight, and too late to recover. Politics is not about hope. It's about positioning. And right now, this could either be a stepping stone, or a carefully laid trap. 2027 is not far away. One wrong move now, and everything could be lost. The question is simple: will Obi see it early or too late? Now here is where it gets dangerous. Elections in Nigeria are not patient. They don't wait for internal party crisis. They don't wait for court delays. If this legal battle drags, ADC risks entering 2027 divided, distracted, and structurally weak, exactly what the APC are clamoring for. And in politics, that is how parties collapse, not loudly, but gradually, until it's too late to fix anything. So the real question is not, did ADC win today? The real question is, will this situation weaken them tomorrow? Because whether intentional or not, a prolonged legal battle creates one clear outcome: an opposition party that will not appear on the ballot box in 2027. Peter Obi, this is the moment that defines political careers. Not popularity. Not crowd energy. Decisions. You must think beyond today's celebration. Ask yourself, is this party stable enough to carry your ambition? Can it survive months of legal uncertainty? And if things fall apart late, what is your plan B? Because politics is timing. And knowing when to stay is just as important as knowing when to move. If this structure weakens close to election season, there may be no time left to recover. Let's not pretend. The road to 2027 will be fiercely contested. The ruling party will use every advantage available, legal, political, structural, to stay ahead. That is not emotion. That is strategy. So anyone going against that system must be sharper, faster, and more prepared. Not reactive. Proactive. This moment, right now, is not just another court case. It is a test of awareness. Because what looks like progress on the surface can sometimes hide deeper instability underneath. And in politics, misreading the moment is the fastest way to lose everything. One wrong step now, and 2027 could be decided before it even starts. So the question is simple. Will Peter Obi and ADC move early? Or realize too late? There's a saying in politics. You don't lose when you're weak. You lose when you realize too late. Timing is everything. Move too early, you look impatient. Move too late, you are finished. And right now, this ADC situation is sitting in a very dangerous middle ground. Uncertain. Unresolved. Unpredictable. That is not where you want to build a presidential ambition.